Okay, so we've gone through this list and we've been checking items off and turning them down as we find them. Everything's been going okay. Now we've gotten to Dr. Seuss's Horton Hears a Who, is what it says on the list. But it's not up there. However, this is something that comes up a lot, especially with books in a series. The title that's on the list may not be the one that we thought of when we were putting it in order. So if you look under just Horton Hears a Who, that's what we thought the title would be. But for this list, it's Dr. Seuss's Horton Hears a Who, so it's under D instead of H. So now we found it, so we'll put it back here, turn it down, and we're going to check it off the list. So that's something to watch out for, and that's part of why to turn them down here, because that way you can eliminate items you've already accounted for. Okay, so we've gone through the list further here, and we've checked off items and turned them down as we found them. And now we've gotten to another spot where we see something on the list where we don't see it, where it is on the list here. It says Graphic Classics: The Time Machine on the list. I don't know if you can read that, but that's what it says there. So this looks like another example of one where the title on the list is not the one that we would attribute to it. So we've got it under Time Machine under T here. So Graphic Classics is the series, but anyway, we found it. So we're going to move it, back to where we left off here. Turn it down. And then we're going to check it off the list. So again, that's a common issue that you're going to run across with this list here. Okay, so we've gone through some more, checked off some more items successfully and turned them down as we went. Now we're finding another item on this list that is not there where it looks like it should be. It says Mythological Creatures by Lynn Curley. Not seeing that here. And I'm looking back through what's left, and I'm not seeing anything that might be that there. So this is very important because this is something that we've ordered and we paid for and is missing here. So we need to make sure circle that. And also don't just circle it. You need to when you're done with the list, if you still have circled items that are left and unaccounted for, make sure to let the librarian know that so that we can make sure we get a replacement for what they didn't send us. So that's a real important step there. So you circle an item that's missing that you can't find anywhere else, and you let the librarian know that is missing. Okay, now we've gone through the list some more and checked off items and turned them down as we found them here. Now we're getting to something on the list that's a little different here. See this 2 here for Sundays at Tiffany's by James Patterson? It says quantity 2. So that means we should be getting two of those. So we just need to make sure that there are actually 2 items here. So here we go. Sundays at Tiffany's, 2 items. So we have accounted for those 2. We turn those down, and we're gonna check off that on the list. But you want to really make sure that you don't check something off if it's 1 when we should be getting 2 or 3 or whatever. Okay, now we're reaching the end of the list here, and there's one item here that was with one little bunny that wasn't on the list under O for 1, and I sort of set it aside here. And now that I'm getting to the end of the list, I see that that's where it is under the number 1. So that's another kind of quirk that you might run into. So we have accounted for that, checked it off, and turned it to turned it down with the rest of them there. So we've gone through and checked everything off, except we didn't find that mythological creatures book. So we're going to go just look through this a little more to see if we can find it. Maybe it just got pushed back or something where we can't see it. But I don't see it there. So we're going to let the librarian know that mythological creatures is not here, and we need to contact the vendor to let them know that we didn't receive what we paid for here. So we just need to make sure that we do that so that we can get that item. And that's about it. Generally, when you're done, you're going to put the packing slip in front of the first book in the series here, and just leave it there. In this case, you're going to be drawing special attention to it because of that circled item. But that's about it. Thank you.